We were learning chapter 3 of maths, factors and multiples, and we learned about factors, and also we learned that division helps us to find out whether a number is a factor of another number or not. We also saw that in a division sum, if remainder is 0, then divisor and quotient are the factors of dividend. So you must be knowing multiplication tables till 15 or 20 at most. So you can predict factors with the help of multiplication tables for as large as 3-digit numbers, but for 4-digit numbers or larger than that, it is bit difficult for you. For example, you can predict factors of 120 because you know that 12 tens are 120 and 26 are 120. So 12 and 10 are factors of 120. But you can't predict factors of 1208. For that, you need to divide 1208 by a number which can be a possible factor of 1208. In such cases where we are clueless about the factors of number, divisibility test helps us a lot. In this test, we find out whether a number completely divides the given number or not. This test helps us to discover whether a number has a factor besides 1 and the number itself. As we have already learned that every number has 1 and number itself as factor. So there is a set of rules of divisibility of a particular number if our dividend or our given number which we wish to divide follows that rule, that particular number will completely divide our dividend without leaving any remainder. And according to the rule, our number will be a factor of given number. You can understand this as, suppose you want to find out whether 9 is a factor of 1528. For that, you will divide 1528 by 9 using long division. And finally you find out that since remainder is not 0, so 9 is not a factor of 1528. This process takes time. So instead, you can simply check 1528 for the divisibility rule of 9, and if it complies with the rule, then 9 is a factor, otherwise not. It is that simple, and it also saves our time. So let us start with the divisibility rule for 2. For a number to be divisible by 2, the digits in the ones place should be even number. Even number means 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So these should be the digits at ones place of that number. Otherwise, the number won't be divisible by 2. For example, 5478 is divisible by 2 because it has 8, which is an even number at ones place, while 5479 is not divisible by 2 because it has an odd number at ones place. Then the rule for divisibility by 3 is the sum of digits of a number should be divisible by 3. For example, we have this number 1353 and we will add up all the digits in this number 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 and we get 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. 3 fours are 12. So this number will also be divisible by 3. Then our rule for divisibility by 5 is the digits in the ones place should be 5 or 0. For example, 5475 has 5 at ones place and 5780 has 0 at ones place. So both these numbers would be divisible by 5. Then our next number is 9. For a number to be divisible by 9, the sum of the digits of the number should be divisible by 9. This rule is same as the rule that we learned for 3. Here also we will add up all the digits of the number and that number should be divisible by 9. For example, 8973, we will add up all the digits. 8 plus 9 plus 7 plus 3, it gives us 27. And since 27 is divisible by 9, 9 3s are 27. So 8973 is also divisible by 9. Our another number is 10. The rule for divisibility by 10 is the digits in one's place should be 0. You might have learned the multiplication table of 10, and in that all the digits have 0 at one's place. So the number should have 0 at one's place. For example, in this number 6880, the one's place number is 0. So this number will be divisible by 10, while 6885 has 5 at one's place, so this won't be divisible by 10. Now our next number is 11, and the rule for divisibility of 11 is the difference of the sum of alternate digits of a number should be either 0 or a multiple of 11. That means, let us take this example. The alternate digits we will add up, like these pink digits we will add up first, and then these gray digits we will add up, and the number that we get after addition we will subtract these numbers, and if we get 0 or any multiple of 11, then that number would be divisible by 11. Like 2 plus 5 plus 6 gives us 13, and 4 plus 7 plus 2 gives us 13, and both these numbers, both these sums, when we subtract we get 0. That means this is a condition for divisibility, so this number is divisible by 11. So we have seen the rule of divisibility for 2, 3, 5, 9, 10 and 11. Using this test we can predict whether our given number has these numbers as factors or not. Now, as we have already learned that every number will essentially have one and number itself as factor. So on the basis of numbers of the factors, numbers are divided into two types: prime numbers and composite numbers. Prime numbers are numbers greater than 1 which has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7 are prime numbers because these numbers have only two factors, 1 and number itself. Then the composite numbers are numbers which has more than two factors. 4 has one more factor, that is 2 apart from number itself and 1. 6 has 2 and 3 as factors apart from 1 and 6. 8 has 2 and 4 apart from 1 and 8. 9 has 3 apart from 1 and 9. And factors of 10 are 2 and 5 apart from 1 and 10. So these numbers are called composite numbers. In our next video, we will study about prime factorization. Till then, bye-bye.